Hey everybody, it's Paul, and it's breakfast time in the kitchen, so I thought a fun thing to do would be to make one of my favorite things, and one of Shannon's favorite things also, which is an omelet. We're gonna do a basic ham and cheese omelet. I'm gonna show you a flip method. It takes a lot of practice to get right, but it is well worth it because omelets are a lot of fun to make and even more fun to eat. So let's get set up first. Okay, let's go ahead and get set up. So I'm going to show you our ingredients. We're going to use Canadian bacon today. You could easily use ham or sausage if you wanted to, or even a cooked crumbled up bacon. That works really well too. A hint would be if you don't have any ham and you want to do a ham and cheese omelet, just go to the deli and buy just a few slices of lunch meat ham. That works really well. So we are going to cut our Canadian bacon up into little chunks. That way it cooks nice and easily. Let's see. There we go. So these are going to be in little squares like that. These will cook nice and easily. I'm going to set those aside. We're now going to do our eggs. While I'm doing that, I have some grated cheese here, or shredded cheese. Any kind of cheese works. You could do slices or chunks that you cut off a block yourself. All that works fine. The shredded cheese just melts a lot better. So I like to use that if I have it, but I'll use any kind of cheese I've got. So we're going to do a 2-egg omelet today, and I'm not going to add any cream or milk to my egg mixture. This is just going to be egg. If you wanted to add some milk to add some volume, you could easily do that. We're going to season our eggs. A little bit of salt. Go. A little bit of pepper. There we are. And then I'm going to take my fork and I'm just going to beat these, whip them up really well, get it all mixed up. This puts a lot of air into your eggs, which will make them nice and fluffy. All right, so I've showed you our eggs, our cheese, our ham. The last thing you're gonna need for an omelet is some kind of oil. Now I'm gonna use butter because I like the taste of it the best. I just like the way that it cooks, but you could easily use olive oil or some bacon grease. I'm sure there's a lot of other things that you could use, or even no oil if you wanted to, although you would have to really have a good seasoned pan. But I'm gonna use butter. You use what you want. Okay, we're gonna take and we're gonna add our ham to a small pan that I have going over here. We're gonna let the ham cook separately, so that way when we cook our omelet, our ham is nice and warm and cooked. This much larger skillet is what we're gonna be making our omelet on, what we're gonna be cooking our eggs in. I'm just waiting for my Canadian bacon to cook. You can hear it sizzling over here. We're just gonna keep that moving and just get a little bit of color on it and show you. There it is. Okay, our ham is done cooking. We're just gonna leave it in the pan so it stays warm. We're gonna set that aside. I think my omelet pan is nice and hot now. You wanna make sure that your pans are hot when you start cooking, otherwise it can really throw things off. All right, it's also important when you're making an omelet to have your setup kind of where you need it, because an omelet cooks pretty quick at the end. So we're gonna add our butter to our pan and move it around so it melts. Now I've used about half a tablespoon of butter, which may sound like a lot, but I want to get the pan nice and buttery so that way the egg slides around nice and easy. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our egg. There we go. And I'm just gonna take my pan and I'm just going to tilt it just slightly so that that egg runs around and coats the inside of the bottom of the pan. You don't want the egg going like up onto the sides of the pan up here. You just want it, coating the bottom of the pan. That's why I'm using a bigger pan to actually make the omelet. Now, if your pan is hot, your egg's gonna cook pretty quick and the skin of the egg is gonna start setting up. So I'm gonna use my spatula and I'm just gonna kind of move some of the egg off the center, just real lightly, moving that extra uncooked egg to the sides so it can get some heat on it. It's kind of like painting with an egg. And you can use the blade of your spatula to get underneath the egg just to make sure it's not sticking to the pan. Okay, so our egg is mostly cooked. See how nice and easy it slides around the pan? Like that. That's why you want to use enough butter or oil. So let's see, this is tough to do while I'm filming. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put our spatula underneath of it there. Try to get that. You're gonna hope your egg holds together. Lift it up, flip it over, and kind of even it back out. Now, if you're really fancy, you can use the pan, you can flip it. So, all right, I'm actually gonna turn the fire off on this because just the heat of the pan will cook the rest of that omelet. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our cheese. I'm gonna add it right down the center there, make a line. There we go, I'm gonna save just a little bit. And I'm gonna take our ham and we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna add that right there. Just follow the cheese. Fold one side of the omelet over like that. All right, so I've got the one side of the omelet folded over. We're just gonna use our spatula to move this out. Now let's see. This should flop on the plate pretty nicely. And there we go. It just folds over like that. And look at that. Look how pretty that is. We're just gonna take the rest of our cheese and put that right on the top and give that a second to melt. And that should be perfect. All right, so there it is on the plate. Takes a little bit of prep work and a little bit of practice, but it is well worth it. And omelets are great because you can add all kinds of ingredients into them. We just did a very basic one with ham and cheese, but you could add all kinds of veggies. You can basically do anything with an omelet. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Omelets are a lot of fun to make just because of the creativity that you can express with them. They don't have to just be for lunch. They can be for dinner also. We've had breakfast for dinner many, many times. So anyway, don't worry about it if you mess up. In fact, making this video, I messed up a couple times, and through the magic of editing, I think Shannon may show it to you right now. Flip it. So I'm gonna use the pan to flip it. I'm hoping that I can catch this on camera. Let's see, I'll move over here so you can see. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh man. So hopefully you can see it flip. Strike 2. Let's see. All right. So I hope you guys liked seeing that. If you're gonna make an omelet, you're gonna break some eggs, you're gonna mess some things up, but you can always make a scramble or just have eggs on a plate, like right there. So anyway, I hope you guys liked that. Leave the video a thumbs up. Leave comments down below. Let me know what you would like to see me cook next time. I want to thank everybody for watching and for all the support that you've given this channel, and we will see you guys next time.